Hi guys, so today we're talking about AI in the classroom. So I did the lesson planning one, so I basically just put in a ChatGPT, help me brainstorm ideas for a lesson plan on a topic in high school science. And so I'm not even joking, literally in 5 seconds, it had a whole lesson plan about the carbon cycle. So it gave me not only just the objective, but also a whole lesson outline. And it has like 5 to 6 different steps. But not only in each step did it give me like each thing to do in the steps, but it also gave me the time increments, which I thought was really nice. Just because like when you're writing a lesson plan personally, you don't know how long it's usually going to take. And obviously like you don't know, it's not going to be exactly 15 minutes for each one, but a good estimate on what's going to go on. So now like you know this lesson may take an hour and 5 minutes, which I thought was really cool and really nice. So honestly, my opinion, just from like what we've done right now, obviously more efficient, just because not only is it like saving time for me, because normally, you'd have to do the research and figure out the different activities and then structure the lesson plan itself, and make sure you have the time to do each thing and like what to put in each thing to help this whole lesson itself, but also gives you different ideas that maybe you may not even think about. Like when I'm thinking about the carbon cycle, I don't think about, the discussion on human impact, like that just may be, especially for some teachers. And that's what, like, obviously my own opinion, some teachers may absolutely hate everything ChatGPT gives them. But also, if I said, like the last part's like an exit ticket, if I didn't like that exit ticket, I'd be like, please give me a different exit ticket for this lesson, and it could spit out, a different one, because this one's like describe one way humans impact the carbon cycle and suggest a solution. If I didn't like that one, if I didn't think that really goes with our lesson, ChatGPT can just give me a new one, the only thing that sucks with this is like, maybe it's not using your brainstorming, but it's also like, if it comes down to it and you don't like one of them, then you just use what you already know and put into it. It's not like you're just going to only use this and strictly this and what ChatGPT gives you, which I think is really nice because, it's giving you a lot of more new ideas, but it's also, you can use whatever you have in mind also to add to the lesson. So how do I see AI tools like ChatGPT impact traditional classroom instruction? Honestly, impacting wise, I think only in a positive way. I don't really see any negatives. The only negative that may come up is if people don't know how to use it correctly. But impacting wise, I really feel like time saving, sparking new ideas. It's well organized. I feel like all the things are positive in the classroom. So how might these tools change your role? I really don't think it'll change my role, just because I'll still be the one teaching. The only thing it may change is like from the student's perspective if they don't use it correctly, which I feel like that's what moves on into my next one. Based on this experience, do I see myself integrating it into my teaching practice? I'd say yes. Not only because it, like I've said, saves time. It literally spit it out in 5 seconds. Gives me new ideas. It's all organized for me. But also, if you don't integrate the AI, say 5 to 10 years when you're in the classroom, I feel like AI is going to be a very big thing in the education world, just because it's growing, it's evolving, all the students are starting to learn it, So if you don't integrate it, you're not going to be able to teach your students how to use it correctly, and I feel like that's a very big thing. If you don't know how to use it correctly, your students won't know how to use it correctly, and then they won't learn. So that's why I feel like, going back to the first question, the only thing that may change your role as a teacher is that if you aren't making sure they don't use it, or if you're not making sure they use it correctly, they're not going to be able to learn, and that's going to be a big change in your role as a teacher. So just making sure that they learn it correctly, but also you have to make sure you know how to use it correctly, or it's just a big cycle of no one's learning, no one's teaching, back and forth. But yeah.